Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you how to get data from a program like Excel into JMP. So this is the JMP home window. This is what you will see if you open up JMP. And now you need to create a data table, which will, as the name suggests, hold your data. So if you click on that icon, you will create your data table. Now, you could just start entering data into this table and that would be fine, but often you will have data in another format, such as an Excel file. So you can simply cut and paste your data from Excel into the data table. And here I have some data that I've completely fabricated, showing two different treatments, either control or experimental, categorical variable, which is outcome, so either there was a good outcome or a bad outcome, and then a couple of continuous variables, which I've called length and weight here. You could imagine that it's the length of some animal that you're measuring, or plant, or something. And we also have headings to tell us what each of the variables are. So I'm going to copy that all. You'll note that there's a little typo here. I did that on purpose, and you'll see why in a moment. And just paste it into JMP. Now, you could just paste it, but then it will have the headings will be actually part of the data, and you want to keep them as headings. So if you go to Edit, Paste with Column Names, now your headings aren't part of your data, they're actually the headings of each of the columns. So that's good, so that worked well. Okay, now what else? So when I just pasted that data, JMP recognized that these were categorical variables and these were categorical variables, and that this was a continuous variable. And how I know that is because of these symbols here, right? So this looks like a little histogram, that looks like a little histogram, that looks like a triangle. So the histogram is showing you that the treatments are different categories, whereas the triangle shows you that it's a continuous variable. So, right, and it's used triangle as a symbol here because the value can be small, or it can be big, or it can be anything in between. So that's a symbol for a continuous variable. But now what about weight? It is also considered a categorical variable, whereas they're numbers. It should be a continuous variable. Well, the reason for that is this typo. So in this case deliberately, but say I accidentally added an extra character there. So because there's that one character for just one of these values, it considered the entire thing as text. So it's not recognizing this as 213 a number, it's just recognizing this as text, that is 213. So to fix that, and so you might have this problem because you did a typo, or maybe you had a missing value and you entered a little comment saying this value is missing because blah blah blah. So now we need to fix it so that it recognizes this column, this variable weight, as a continuous variable, right? So I'll just fix that, and actually it's still not fixed. So why is that? And the reason is that it's still recognizing all of these numbers as text rather than as numbers. So if I right click here and go to column info, right now it thinks it's a character variable. Well, I want it to be a number, so I select numeric and click OK. And so now it knows that there's numbers. But hang on, it's still considering it a categorical variable. But so if I right click that, I can tell it that it's a continuous variable. And now the data are the way I want them to